Hi, Dr. Tin with Relate Psychological Services presenting garden sessions. I just wanted to hop on here really quick and give you all an update. Right now, Houston is preparing for a freeze that's supposed to begin later on Sunday night and go all the way through the first couple of days of this upcoming week. So, hopefully, those of you who are in this area have been actively preparing by bringing indoors the pots of plants that aren't happy in the ice cold temperatures. Hopefully, you've wrapped your exterior pipes to include the handles for where your faucets are outside, and you're ready with some provisions indoors just in case you do lose power. One of the things that I did to prepare for this upcoming drop in temperatures is harvest some items from the garden. Let me show you what I was able to pull. So, went out into the garden. I figured I don't want to lose anything to this freeze, so I might as well harvest it. I was able to pull quite a bit of collard greens as well as some kale. So, I'm thinking about either getting a saute pan out or the juicer or a crock pot and have fun with these fresh organic greens. Thinking about a freeze and other forms of adverse weather impacting your area can be anxiety provoking. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about how anxious they are about what's going to happen to their garden, if their pipes at their residence or place of employment are going to be fine, or are they on the eve of maybe some significant water damage from a freeze that affects those pipes. So I want to encourage you to be mindful of those levels of worry and anxiety. There are some things that we can have an influence over, and we do that with preparation by going out and covering those pipes. There's some recommendations out there to use a pool noodle if you can't find a regular like a product that's custom made for pipes, or even wrapping towels and then covering that with some plastic. So there's things that you can do to prepare. And then there's other times where, even though you've put your best foot forward with the resources that you have, at preparation maybe doesn't take you as far as you want it and might leave you feeling vulnerable. So it's important to remember there's things that we can and cannot control, and to manage our emotional response to that, to be cautious with our coping strategies, right? Some people, as they're going out preparing for this freeze, not only are they getting canned goods and other forms of shelf stable food, but they're stocking up on quite a bit of alcohol. And so, in moderation, that's not a bad thing, but you certainly wouldn't want to make that your primary form of hydration during a tough time. So, what are some healthy ways of coping during that distress? Well, let's say you do lose power and you're in the dark. What can you do? You can do some word find, you can do some reading, you could do some coloring by candlelight or flashlight. If you have a backup battery pack and your phone has some content downloaded, you can listen to some music or a book on tape. And those are some things that can help distract one's mind from the worry of what might happen. I think that taking a mindful approach to the experience is really important. And that means to pause and observe, to observe on purpose, and to take your time in doing so, making sure that it's a judgment free approach to that observation and thinking about all the variety of different aspects of that observation. Consider all five senses. Are there ways in which every essence of those five senses have been stimulated? And if so, what is that experience? Doing so and taking a mindful approach can help you to ground yourself, help keeping those anxious thoughts from just swirling around in your mind. And you know what? Even as you're being conscious about pausing and taking a mindful approach, sometimes our mind is still going to wander. And this is where the non judgmental approach comes in, to allow yourself that grace and mercy and be like, oops, my mind swayed and got distracted, and that's okay. Just bring it right on back. Speaking of bringing it right on back, I hope that you bring your viewership right on back to garden sessions in the future. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this video. And I wish you the very best in getting through this winter storm. I know that it's affecting not only the Houston area, but a large portion of the country is dealing with some pretty intense winter weather. So be warm, be safe, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm Dr. Tin from Garden Sessions and Relate Psychological Services. Take care.